All right, I got a new live broadcast going. Let's see if it's really that simple. Go to studio, content, live, food pyramid lie. Here it is. Okay, good to go. Now, how do I actually get going? I got all that done. I'm live now. Is that what it's suggesting? That I'm actually live right now? Are we streaming? Yeah, it says I'm live. Huh. That's cool. All right. Well, let me go back to OBS. OBS is where you can actually see me. But I thought I would have to do that on YouTube as well. Let me see. I'm still figuring this stuff out. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, I'm live right now. Looks like I'm live and good. Okay. Well, I can just delete that. Okay. Seems like every day that goes by, I become more and more of a conspiracy theorist. It seems like it seems like a week goes by, and then all of a sudden, there's this new information that tells us that something we've been told our entire lives, something we've been taught since we were young, is complete and utter nonsense. And it was all to either move like some political agenda forward, or it was designed to line someone's pocket with money. You know what I mean? I'm sure all of you can relate. If you can't relate, if you can't think of a single example, then you're not paying attention at all. You're just sort of living life with your head in the clouds and not even don't even care. Just totally getting taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying? The latest one was the food pyramid. I mean, the list goes on and on with all the options I could talk about. How we've been taken advantage of. Let me close this up a little bit. That's a little bright. Look at that. That's a little better. The food pyramid's been a lie since the day they suggested it. And it's not even that it was a mistake. It was known. It was known. It was advised. Whoever was pushing it upon us, it was advised that they don't push this on the public because it was not a healthy diet. It never has been. Suggesting that you eat majority of grains and breads and pastas. But for our whole lives, we all believed it. And it's not like, oh, it was just some small company that was putting advertisements on TV. Yeah, ads on TV is one thing. Ads on TV is one thing. That's detrimental as hell. You'd think there'd be some regulation of that, like, oh no, it has to be, if we're going to put ads on there saying something is healthy like cigarettes, we actually have to make sure it's healthy. Sure, I'm not nearly as offended by that, because that's clearly, TV is money, it's all a show. But to put it in school books for small children, I mean, they had the entire country, the entire world following this bogus way of eating, this bogus little symbol that coincidentally is shaped like a pyramid, just like so much other symbolism in this world. Not only a pyramid, but with the little top section cut, right? That's where the meat is, right at the top. Is that on purpose? Is that why that's up there? Because that's for like the elite? Is that like the elite level? Huh? Because is it that the poor people, poor folks down at the bottom of the pyramid eat grains and rice, and rich people closer to the top, they get all the fats and proteins? Is that what it was all about? Is that the symbolism? Is it symbolic? Jordan Peterson says it's probably the greatest crime against humanity. And I have to believe him, because how many people have died from heart disease? And there's been also links to a high carb diet and Alzheimer's and autism and Parkinson's disease. The list just goes on and on and on. I really can't. I'm like so. It doesn't help to get upset. It doesn't help to be mad at whoever pushed this on you. But oh my God, how can you not be upset? And how can you believe anything? How can you believe anything that anyone tells you anymore? From a textbook, right? That alone makes all the textbooks in school, it makes you have to question every single thing you've read in a textbook. Christopher Columbus? Oh, yeah, sure. We already knew. That man didn't even set foot in the United States. Where did he go? He went to Haiti, where he committed genocide to all the local people, to all the indigenous people. He was a monster, and he still gets a holiday. He still gets a damn holiday for himself. The food pyramid, I've been seeing that thing in textbooks and school books since I was a little tiny kid, and it was always pushed to make us believe, and they told us it was backed by science and backed by medical professionals. Your teachers believed it. All your teachers believed it. Without question. It had everyone fooled. And this is not the only thing they have everyone fooled with. They fooled half of the population with that whole schmamic thing, with that whole schmovid deal. I don't think I'm allowed to say it, so I'm not saying it, which is crazy. You can't even say it. What else could be a lie? So many things we've been taught. The food pyramid thing alone, the food pyramid situation is probably the greatest crime against humanity ever. And that means the food pyramid lie has killed more people than any war you can ever think of. It's definitely killed more people than Adolf Hitler. Am I allowed to say that name? Believe me, there's probably lies involved in that too. Was it really 6 million people that he whatted? I've heard some other sources say that it was actually closer to 1 million or 1.5 million. Still terrible, but a drop in the bucket compared to what this food pyramid lie has done to the humanity, right? Right? I mean, what else could be a lie? What else is a lie? Global warming? Maybe. We don't know. They could have convinced us anything. Global warming, frickin' sea level rise. Remember there was all that talk of the ozone layer being depleted? Remember that? What happened to that? The ozone seems fine, right? It seems fine. Is it even 2024? I swear every day that goes by I believe more and more conspiracy theories, including some crazy ones, or at least I'm open-minded to them, because now there's a chance that it's not a bunch of hokey pokey BS. There's a chance they're factual because it's proven that we can be fooled. We can be totally and utterly fooled by someone in a lab coat saying, yes, this is the proper diet. Yes, it's the year 2024. Yes, the earth is round. Maybe not. Yes, we went to the moon. Maybe. But you have to question everything now. Everything. So do it. Question everything. Keep your mind open. Because you never know. You never know what's been a lie, been spoon-fed to you since you were a child. It's so deeply ingrained in your brain that when someone actually goes to question you about it, any one of these little subjects I talked about, and there's endless more, so many people would just, nope, there's no chance, you're crazy, get out of here, I want nothing to do with you. Absolutely insane. It makes me happy that I am a free thinker. And all you other free thinkers out there or watching this channel, you must be a free thinker if you're listening to my crazy ass. Because I know zero people that take majority of what I say seriously. No matter what it is, no matter how much evidence I have to back it up. Just stay open-minded, focus on yourself, make sure you're doing it right, and when other people see that you're doing it right and things are working for you, maybe they'll be like, "Hey, I'm gonna try what you're trying." Because in the end, you can only lead a horse to water. You can't force it to drink. I've done that. I've learned that throughout my whole life, and I keep doing. I keep trying. I keep leading these horses to water. I keep leading them. They don't drink. So just get a drink yourself. Show them that it's good and tasty water, and maybe they'll follow in your footsteps. Maybe they'll get a drink too. That's all you can hope for. So yeah, eat more meat, eat more protein, eat more animal fat, eat less carbs. You can cut out all the carbs and you'll be fine. You don't need cereal. You don't need grains. You don't need pasta. You don't need it. You don't need it. If you want to eat some carbs, have some fruit here and there. That's closer to what we would have actually eaten. You think man, way back in the day, you think they were concocting all these ingredients together and mixing them and making them all, like, they weren't ultra processing, making bread. I'm sure they were grinding them up and all that. But we're so lost from how we used to eat. I mean, even like tomatoes, we eat tomatoes like crazy, skin and all. The seeds, when people first got over to Mexico, and it was really the Mexicans who were using the tomatoes, they weren't eating the whole tomato. The Mexican people, they were peeling the tomatoes, get rid of the skin, and they were taking out all the seeds before they even used it, because they understood that the skin of the tomato is not good for you. And now we're over here eating potatoes with the skin on it, right? I was even doing that for a long time, eating the skin on the potatoes. That's its protective layer. That's the protective layer. You're not supposed to eat that. That's what, when an animal bites it, they go, "Ugh, I don't want that. I'm not going to eat that." You crazy? Have some fruit, right? Have some honey, some good honey, like raw honey. Raw maple syrup. The reason honey and syrup is okay, yeah, it's sugar, but the reason it's okay is because it doesn't spike your insulin level nearly as quickly or as much as something like a bread or a pasta. These are very quick carbs. For whatever reason, raw honey, I guess I should look more into that and do a video. Raw honey, and raw maple syrup, especially if you get it local, that's the ultimate. Is really the only carbs you need to be eating. Sugar from fruit's good, but remember, honey's been around since the beginning, right? Or for sure before man, and maple syrup's been around before man. But you know what hasn't? Most of this fruit that we eat. Have you seen original bananas? Have you seen an original little banana? It was like this little thing, or an apple. It was inedible. They're inedible. They didn't exist. We didn't eat that. Human beings have been eating meat for 100,000 years. More than that, guaranteed. We're carnivores. We always have been. Carnivore doesn't mean that you only eat meat. Carnivore means that you primarily eat animal products. You primarily eat animal. I can say I'm a carnivore. I do still indulge. I still have a pizza every once in a while. Life's too short to not indulge. Life is too short to not have a pizza. It's too short to not have ice cream, right? It's about majority of the time eating the right food, nutritionally dense food. Red meat, especially from animals with multi-chambered stomachs. I'm having a brain fart. What are these called? Ruminant animals. It's the most nutrient dense food on the planet. Eat as much as you can of it. Don't be afraid of the fat. Don't be afraid of cholesterol. Be afraid of anything that they're teaching you in a textbook or on the TV, especially on the TV. Do your own research and see how you feel. Try it. Give it a try. You might be surprised at all the ailments it can help you with. And I tell you what, it seems like it'll say the meat eating life seems like an expensive lifestyle. It's not. You know why it's not? You don't have to eat as much food. You're getting so much nutrition. You could eat one steak per day. Granted, a nice sized steak. You can have one steak per day, and you'll get all the nutrition you need, and you won't have to eat anything else. And if you had one steak per day, let's say, even like from Aldi, I get these ribeyes, but they're grass fed, which is awesome, but they're a little on the thin side, so I have to eat two of them. They're about $7 a piece. It's about $14 for a pack. So $14. I eat that at the end of the day. Let's say you only ate that day. $14. I think it works out to about a pound and a half of meat. Should probably be eating a little more than that. $14. Consider on a regular American diet, you're gonna wake up. You're gonna have your breakfast, which is gonna be like with pancakes, right, and waffles and stuff like that. And as soon as you get that taste of sweet, next thing you know, 2 hours later you're hungry, and then 2 hours later from there you're hungry again. You just keep eating sweet. Drink a Coke, all that stuff, and that adds up. That gets expensive. Before you know it, you spent, at least $20 on food. Some people easy spend $30 on food per day. So you can have for $14, let's just say one steak. You can have one in the morning and one in the afternoon. You can have a nice sized ribeye about that big for $7, or you can bring your ass to Wendy's. You can go to Wendy's and you can get yourself a freaking crappy ass hamburger. Sure, it tastes pretty good, but the freaking the patty's that thick and it's that big around. You get no freaking meat, and the meat is ultra processed. It's not just beef. If it'd be great if it was just beef. Beef is the one ingredient. Why couldn't it be? Why shouldn't it be? How many ingredients are in the bread? How many ingredients are in the rest of the cheese, right? Are you getting real cheese? Is it just cheese? How much other crap is in it? You're spending $9. I saw a study recently, a Chick-fil-A sandwich. It was the sandwich and I think it was the fries, or the sandwich and something else. It was 2 items. There was 260 ingredients. 260 ingredients in a little sandwich and a little side. 260. There's no way that's healthy. There's no way that's good. Cook yourself a steak and read the ingredient label. See how many ingredients are in a ribeye. There's one ingredient. It's one ingredient, yet it has all the nutrition you need from one ingredient. Why eat the other 259? Why? Alright, I'm going to practice, guys. Got jujitsu. I'm going to go get my butt kicked. Hoping to, anyway. And then I've got some steaks in the fridge ready for me to go. I got a barbecue right outside. I just fire up the barbecue, throw them on the grill. It's done. It's done in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then it's got to rest for another 10. But I tell you what, here's one more benefit of the carnivore diet. You ready? Let's say you want to do like a chicken parmesan or something. All the prep work that goes into that, or you want to make a spaghetti with a meat sauce, or whatever the dish you want to cook. It's got so many freaking ingredients. You got to prep everything. You got all these little plates and bowls out. You got spoons. You end up with a pile of dishes before you've even eaten. So it's a pain in the ass to go grocery shopping for, because you need all those ingredients. Oh, I forgot this. Now I have to go back to the store. Then it's easy to plan your meals, because it's just a steak. What am I going to have? Steak. It's not like, oh, I need steak and potatoes. I need paprika. I need this and that. There's not much thinking involved. Imagine how much time you save there. The cooking of the steak is so easy. The cooking of the food, there's not all this back and forth and trying to time everything to make sure it all comes out at the same time and it's nice and hot. Forget it. And the last thing, second to last thing, the cleanup. The cleanup is so easy. The steaks come out of the pack, right? Cut out onto the barbecue, right on the grill, just like that, and throw the packs away. right? No dishes. Haven't even used a dish yet. And then when you do use a dish, what's it going to be? It's going to be a plate and a fork and a knife. That's it. That's all you have to clean. Maybe get a glass for some water. I'll have a beer. Like I said, I cheat. Primarily carnivore. Definitely have a beer. But cleanup is easy. It's so freaking easy. And then another thing that's great is how you feel after you eat it. You never get that weighted down, that bloated, feel like shit feeling. You don't feel like that. All around, it's a win for me. It saved me so much time. And sure, yeah, like it saved me time to do. Sometimes I might just, maybe I'll play more of a video game or something like that. But it's my time. That's my time. You know what I mean? I can do with what I want with my time. And I'm choosing not to eat potentially poison, right? Spending all this time to prep all this food just to poison yourself. It's insane. So, if you haven't tried it yet, give it a try. Try that carnivore diet. I'm telling you, you might be pleasantly surprised at how well that makes you feel. Is this camera still working? Yeah, look. It's a pretty good camera. How's the microphone sound? Does it sound pretty good? Do I need to be closer? Does this feel all right? I think it probably picks up the audio just fine. So it's time for practice. I'm going to go get my ass kicked. And I'm not going to live stream again today. But I think I'll hit it up tomorrow and we'll check it out and see how it goes. I'm liking the new camera. I was thinking about returning it. Man, it really looks good, and I really like this tracking thing. And this microphone I could probably get by with just using the computer's microphone. There's even one built into the camera. Look how cool this camera is. Watch. Look how close I can get and it focuses. Isn't that crazy? Can you see this? All right, guys. Take it easy. I'm going to practice. I'll catch you later.